All right, hello everyone. This is going to be a different type of episode, a little bit more of an I don't know what you want to call it. Emergency episode, I guess. Welcome back to Guns and Gains. I've kind of changed up the name a little bit, and I'll describe that in a more normal episode. I am back, though, so that's good. I just took some time off because I wanted to figure out the structure of everything, and my voice was not doing well for a very long time. And you can still hear it this morning. My voice is hurt to talk, and everything sounds out very gravelly, which is not the nicest thing to listen to. So, um, yeah, I just wanted to come in and say this is for 2023 that I'm talking to you guys on. And if you hear keyboard clicking in the background, that's because I'm looking up currently the laws and everything. So this is very much, what do you call it? An emergency on the fly episode that is not exactly planned, but I'm just going to talk to you guys. Um, in Washington State, if you guys don't know what's going on, they passed this very, very unconstitutional, well, it's all unconstitutional, very scary assault weapon ban, which is even more encompassing than California. It's like nothing. So you know how California has like dumbed down guns? This is like no guns. No guns are allowed. Everything is criminalized, and of course, the criminals will be criminals, so they don't care. So it really just hurts us good law-abiding citizens. But that's not the point. They want to disarm us anyway. But over the last, since I would say January, when this came into session, House and Senate has been going back and forth. On the 14th, a few days ago, we thought that we had a little bit more time because House and Senate stopped agreeing, but unfortunately, on the 18th and 19th, Senate and House came to agreement on the amendments, especially the ones having to do with law enforcement and military being able to come back and live in Washington State and bring their firearms. Because part of the law bans firearms coming back into the state. Say you move to Idaho for 3 years and then come back, you couldn't bring anything. And so it's the same deal. You move away to military. They were trying to get through something that said that military could, and there was disagreement whether or not. We were kind of hoping that this meant that they were stalling time and going to run out of time because they kind of had until like the 23rd to get this up because session would have been over, right? And this bill has actually died 6 or 7 times, or 7 or 8 times actually. Either got voted out or run out of time, I believe. So we were kind of hoping that that would happen also, just because of the length of time this was taking. It was taking forever. Um, so anyway, that's where we're at today. We expect it's at the point where I see the past legislature button is still white. So that means that this head of the House and head of the Senate still have to sign it, I believe, and then it gets put on the governor's desk, and then the governor acted as the signature. So Inslee, I believe, has said that he will be signing this without reading it. So I don't take that as you will. Um, so I know that Firearm Policy Coalition and Second Amendment Foundation, I know Firearm Policy Coalition for sure will be sending in lawsuits once this thing goes through. So I don't know if there's going to be, I don't know if it's not going to go into effect. I think that they're asking for, uh, I forgot the word for it. Not a hiatus is the wrong word, or an injunction is also the wrong word. Moratorium is the other one that comes to mind. I don't think that's the right word, but basically saying that um, during the time while the lawsuit is being debated, um, if it will be in effect or not. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Um, I would encourage you to follow follow Firearm Policy Coalition, Gun Owners of America, and Second Amendment Foundation on all their platforms. Support them on their website. Firearm Policy Coalition honestly has some pretty funny like shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. So if you didn't want to just, if you wanted to get something back out of it, consider picking up some merch, right? And also that allows you to, you know, people see that, people either see a connection, "Oh, you're awesome, you're a supporter," or, "Hey, what's that? Tell me more about that." So that's awesome. It looks like this morning that in Colorado, a so-called assault weapons ban has been rejected. So bill was rejected. I don't really know how that's actually going to affect us. I don't know if that could set any type of precedent. I also don't know what is going to happen with the Ninth Circuit and Benitez. That's kind of, we're kind of waiting to see what's happening with that. That could potentially say like there were people saying that possibly he was waiting until Washington put theirs into action and then would do like an encompassing like quote unquote smackdown on California and Washington, which I don't know if that's true or not. That's just kind of the word on the street, which could be extremely wrong or it could be partially right or completely right. Um, but I just know that this is going to waste a lot of taxpayer money. It's going to I don't know, it's just gonna take up a lot of time. I'm praying for a win, I'm hoping for a win, but in the meantime, my recommendation is follow and support Firearm Policy Coalition, Second Amendment Foundation, which is actually based out of Washington State. So, really exciting to see. They extremely have a dog in the fight, you know. Gun Owners of America. If you want to stay up to date, Jim Walsh's Twitter is kind of where I've been going for a lot of my news. I've followed him, I have him on my alerts and everything like that. Um, Conservative Ladies of Washington is also another great one. Julie Barrett has been posting so consistently. She's stayed so far on top of everything. All the bills passing during the House and Senate session right now. So I would encourage following her to stay up to date, see what you can do, connect with other people. And if you're a guy and you want to be a part of this, you can actually come on as a supporter. You won't get the same access that you would as a woman, but you can still further the movement. She's an awesome, like, unifying person that has really brought this, kind of the central gathering area, if you will. Washington Gun Law is also another good follow. He's kind of like a similar resource, but for the gun side, because Julie covers everything happening right now. William Kirk covers Washington Gun Law, helping you interpret it, puts out really good YouTube videos. So just let's, over the next few months and years, depending on how long this takes and what happens, band together. We're all on the same side. We want freedoms, we want our constitutional rights respected. We have to stay unified. We cannot do infighting, stuff like that. So I just want to encourage you guys. Um, this is sad. I don't really know. I mean, it has not been signed yet. I literally just jumped on my laptop at 9 a.m. and keep refreshing the legislative page, Washington legislative page, over and over again. So I don't know. Really sad to see, but these. Hopefully these politicians will be held accountable in the next election over their choices that they made. This is now the time to vote, to get other people out to vote, to encourage voting, you know. So anyway, I just wanted to give a quick update. I might be doing these emergency episodes depending on what happens. I'm also planning an episode on kind of the history of NFA items and then how to plan your gym split or your weekly split. So, kind of different directions, obviously. This podcast is named Guns and Gyms, or Guns and Gains now. So, doing two things a little bit at once, but hopefully these emergency episodes or support 2A right now episodes. God, I hate doing them because it's so frustrating to see us lose our rights and then we win a lot, but we also lose a lot, right? And so it feels like it's a wash at the end of the day, but we just have to stay encouraged, and stay up to date, stay unified with everyone, keep training, keep getting out there, and let's fight that good fight.